All right, perfect. And you can take it away.
Awesome, thank you. So first, I just kind of want to give myself a brief introduction. My name is Mario Sanchez. I am Castro Valley's Navy Scholarship and Career Counselor representative for the Navy. And what I do for the Navy currently is like I said, I'm a career counselor. But what my job in the Navy actually is I'm a part of the nuclear power program that the Navy has, right? So I'm an electrician on board the big boats that have nuclear reactors. I maintain those and all the electrical systems. So I joined right out of high school. Reason why was because I really didn't know exactly what I wanted to study in college, and without having to pull out some loans, I wasn't going to know how to pay for college. So I figured I'd buy myself some time trying to figure it out. So I joined the Navy, got a good job, enjoy this. So now I know I want to go into electrical engineering after the Navy. So the Navy's done a lot for me. It's taken me places that I've never been before, as far as around the world: Singapore, Dubai, Bahrain, the Philippines, just to name a few. Got fortunate to be stationed San Diego, New York, and now in the Bay Area. I've can't explain really how much I really appreciate what the Navy's done for me, but this is kind of a way to give back to the Navy now, right? So I'm just here to answer anybody's questions and help people get that information they need to make a better informed decision about their futures. But today specifically, we're going to be talking about the NROTC scholarship, or the Navy Reserve Officers Training Corps scholarship. This is one of the best scholarships I've ever heard of, in my opinion. It is a full ride scholarship, up to $200,000 to a bunch of universities around the U.S. Specifically in California. I will name a few when I'm done with the information of it. But the way this scholarship works is, like I said, it's a full tuition scholarship, so you don't have to worry about paying a dime, up to $200,000 of schooling. And on top of that, you'll get monthly stipends, up to $250 to $400 a month, just to be enrolled in a scholarship like this. And that's tax-free money that you can do with whatever you want with it, right? Spend it however you want. Clothes, gas, food, that's all your money. Also, on top of that, you get an extra $750 a year for books and fees. So that's a year. So 4 years, you're gonna be getting $750 a year. So, just kind of takes that stress away of, trying to figure out how to get money to pay for school, or to, live on your own, because we understand that it is stressful to, do school and, work at the same time. So we try and take that stress away from you so you can continue and do well in school, so that, we get the most out of this scholarship. So there, like I said, there's over 170 schools in the nation. And some of them are very, top tier schools. It just depends on what school you'd apply for. And we have a list of those schools here. I'll see if I can send an email to your teacher with all the information that I'm basically telling you today. So the basic eligibility requirements for this scholarship are: you must be a U.S. citizen, or naturalized citizen, or in the process of becoming a naturalized citizen. You could be a high school junior, a senior, or a college freshman for applying for this program. And there are some ACT and SAT scores that are required. So for the ACT, you need a combined score of 47 with a math score of 21 and an English score of 22, or a SAT score with a combined of 1,110 score, with 540 of those points being in math and 550 being in critical reading. So there is a way that you don't have to take the SAT or ACT. You would need a waiver, but you would have to have a GPA of a 2.75 or higher to be competitive and at least a 2.0 in Algebra 2. So with this scholarship, you can apply for a bunch of different programs that the Navy has. So a Navy surface warfare officer, or just a regular officer in the Navy, right? So they can be placed pretty much anywhere from engineering to admin, and they basically take control of divisions. But there's an emphasis on the nursing corps, and it must be a major in the nursing degree program that leads to a BSN. So the degree requirements, you can basically major in any field. You would take normal course and load requirements for that degree. You would enroll in 2 naval science courses per year. Those courses, you'd have to talk to your NROTC rep at the school to actually, figure out how to go about doing that. But it's basically just another class that you would have to take on top of, your regular degree path that you would be, going for already. You would complete, you have to complete calculus, physics, national security policies, and U.S. military affairs, English, grammar, and composition, Navy ROTC, naval science classes, but that one's not required for the nurse NROTC. So military service obligations, right? So obviously, if the Navy is going to pay for your school, you're going to have to give something back in return. However, if you opt out that first year, you will not have to pay anything, right? So you have like a year of amnesty, basically, to say to that this isn't for you, and at that point you don't owe anything in return. But if you do decide that you want to continue with this degree, upon completion of your degree, you receive a commission as an officer, right? So you go in already as an officer into the Navy, and you would have a 5-year active duty obligation. Except for the nursing corps is a little different just because the school is a little longer, but you would have to do only 4 years, or shorter, I'm sorry. You'd have to do 4 years as a nurse for the nursing program. So some of the benefits that, we like to emphasize for this scholarship is obviously a free college tuition, right? So it's 100% paid for by the Navy. And you won't even have to worry about getting a job afterwards, right? So a lot of times people go to school, get a degree, and then they struggle to find a job. But this is not the case because you already have a job lined up, basically. So job security there, no gap in pay, right? You go from a college student to an enlisted or a commissioned officer, and you continue to receive a paycheck. Opportunity to lead and manage personnel, right? So you get the opportunity and experience that, a lot of people lack coming out of the college, depending on if they did interns or not, right? But a lot of the times they lack that experience that's needed for most companies in hiring. So you get that in the Navy as well. You get the opportunity to lead. You kind of, get to be mentored by senior leaders and people that have been doing this for a longer time. So the experience will come to you, as your time in the Navy goes on. Unlimited travel opportunities. So that's probably one of the thing that separates us from the different branches is our travel opportunities. We have the most travel compared to the other branches. Just in my 7 years in the Navy, I've seen over 8 different, countries, and I've explored and did some pretty cool stuff out there, all, being available to you by the Navy, if this is something that, would be interested, if you'd be interested in. 30 days paid vacation earned annually. So you would earn a month of paid vacation that you can take at your leisure. So, that just means you don't have to worry about, getting hours, or you're basically on salary, and they pay you for that time that you get, that you're trying to take off, see family, go back home, do your own thing, or just even, hang out at home and relax. But it's all paid for, so you don't have to worry about, missing out on a paycheck or having to pay bills, because you're going to continually to get that constant paycheck on the 1st and 15th of every month. And another thing is the medical and dental insurance that you get. So the benefits of this scholarship is super, good. I would say if you know what you want to do, this is one of the scholarships that can, potentially help you and with the less stress, to you in school. But the application process is a little lengthy and it does take a little bit of time. So current seniors, the scholarship for next year is already closed, but the scholarship for 2023 will be open from April 1st to January 31st of 2023. So it's not too late though, because like I said, right, the cutoff, or this is also available to college freshmen. So if this scholarship interests you, we do have a list of schools here. I can read off a few, school names. From California alone, we have San Diego State University, SDSU, Cal State San Marcos, Point Loma Nazarene, and then UCSD. So a couple, big schools that a lot of people, look into, for like engineering and stuff like that. So personally, I do want to go to UCSD. So I've been, looking at this as well. Unfortunately, I am, not eligible for this scholarship, but there are different schooling opportunities that the Navy does provide to pay for tuition. And another one of those things would be tuition assistance, right? Being an active duty service member in the Navy, or really in all branches, you get the opportunity to attend school while serving. And as long as you keep your grades above a 2.6 GPA, the Navy will pay for any classes that you decide to take while serving in the military. And on top of that, you can get as much school done as possible. I've known people who've gotten their master's done while serving in the military. So there is time, that you can take for yourself to obtain a degree if this is, really something that you want to do. Another program is all service members get it, officer and enlisted, is the post 9/11 GI Bill, right? So that is another scholarship basically for veterans that have served their country once they're out to get school paid for. School, it pays up to 36 months of schooling, and on top of that, it does give you a monthly stipend for housing. So it just depends on where you live. But I think for this area, the Bay Area, I have a friend that's currently doing that program. He just recently got out the Navy, and he is making about $3,600 a month just for attending the school in the Berkeley area. So it's just a kind of incentive and a thank you for serving in the military and educating our veterans so they can have a better future as well. But that's pretty much most of our scholarship opportunities in a nutshell. There are a few more, but there's a bunch of different scholarships I could go on for. But I kind of want to see if everyone's, if anybody interested has any questions right now that I can answer.
Awesome. Thank you.
No problem.
I really enjoyed hearing about all the different scholarships that you guys offer. Do either of you guys have any questions? Do you have any questions you'd like to ask? You want to come up and ask? Sorry, I can't really hear you.
So it doesn't have to be scholarship related. It can be anything. I'm open to any questions.
What's the average pay for a commissioned officer?
I'm sorry, what was that?
The average pay for a commissioned officer.
So the average pay just varies, right? Just because there's commissioned officers that their pay is usually anywhere between $3,200 every 2 weeks. But that's just kind of starting off as at the bottom of the officer pole, right? But there's a bunch of different pay opportunities as far as a lot of our pay is not taxed just because it's allowances from the government. So, you know, what you make in a year, for instance, only half of that will be taxed because most of it's going to be allowances, right? But I can say that the officers, the people that go officers usually live pretty comfortably no matter where they're at. And it's, if you can do it with one of these scholarships, it'd be beneficial because you have no college debt or any loans to repay. So.
Cool. Very cool. Okay. Nothing else to ask? Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much. What I would like to have you do, if possible, would be, would you be able to forward me any kind of information you'd like me to pass along to students?
Yes.
And I will keep that on record and send it to the student who is here, and additionally to anyone who asks.
Okay.
And then I really hope that we can have you back maybe in a month or two when it's a different situation, if we could have you in person.
Okay.
I do want to book something with all branches of the military to come to our school. So I will be in touch with you about that as well. Because I think
For sure. I'll actually, I'll reach out to you next month or sometime, just, you know, for an update or something. But yeah, I'll definitely email you this information that I have here for this scholarship. And then any questions that anybody has, feel free to email me anytime, and I'll be happy to answer them.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And I will
All right. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.